I'm Peter Greenberg, contributing editor to the Like a Local guidebook series from Michelin. If you're an American, you probably don't think you can go to Cuba. Well, you might want to think again. The Obama administration has actually removed a lot of the restrictions, and now you can go as part of an educational, research, or people-to-people program. Some people might even define it as researching the mojito. But seriously, you go with a group that's licensed by the State Department and you can have a great experience. So here are my tips on how to get the most out of your trip to Cuba, and you might want to go now. Don't wait for later. Tip number 1, get off the computer. I've said it a million times, I'll say it one more time, and it's particularly applicable in Cuba. It's actually very difficult to get online in Cuba anyway, so get out there and talk to the locals. You know, human beings, and just be aware of the language barriers and come armed with a few key phrases. Tip number 2, this goes for anywhere you want to go, but especially in Cuba. Eat like a local. Head for a paladar. These are small family-run restaurants inside private homes. The paladars range from rustic to high-end and offer a truly authentic experience. Plus, the money's going where it's needed the most. Tip number 3, visit the residential neighborhoods. Don't just go to Old Havana. You'll see much more Cuban culture in some of the residential neighborhoods like upscale Miramar or bustling Vedado. You'll leave Havana with a much broader view of its modern and vibrant culture. It's not all about 1950s cars. Number 4, this is the time to make your own excursion. Resorts will try to keep all your business with all-inclusive deals and escorted tours, but you'll be able to see much more of Cuba by taking your time and doing it yourself. Don't be afraid to use public transportation or take a bus into other cities. It's a very safe country, so just pack some common sense and your spirit of adventure. Tip number 5, visit the local hotspots. And a hotspot means art. That's visual, literature, music, and dance. And there's a bit of culture around almost every single corner in Cuba. Visit Callejón de Jamel in Havana, a communal project dedicated to Afro-Cuban culture where there's salsa dancing in the streets every Sunday. Remember one important thing. Just because you're on vacation doesn't mean you need to act like a tourist. That's a losing proposition. Get a copy of my new book, Cuba, Like a Local, from Michelin in April. For more information, visit petergreenberg.com or likealocalbooks.com. Get out there and remember, you're not a tourist.